a lot is happening in the politics of Lagos, and we'll be bringing it to you, trying to dissect what exactly has happened. I mean, Lagos, for all its cosmopolitan nature, you would have thought that by now, you know, given its progressiveness, it would have been very progressive in politics, having for the very first time a female speaker, and it does appear that she's about to be ousted less than 3 weeks after she's taken office. What precisely is the politics about? Find out when we come back from this break. Please stay with us.
Begins with an unusual atmosphere, with a heavy security presence by men of the Nigeria Police on all access roads leading to the Lagos State House of Assembly complex. Observers say this may not be unconnected to the leadership crisis rocking the assembly, which led to the emergence of Right Honorable Mojisola Miranda after the impeachment of the former Speaker, Honorable Mudashiru Obasa. Perhaps in an attempt to stop the current Speaker from carrying out her duties, officers from the Department of State Services gained access into the Assembly complex and tried to stop lawmakers from carrying out their constitutional responsibilities, which created tension. Eventually, members gained entry into the Assembly complex and settled down to the day's business, but not before expressing their displeasure over the incident.
I'm calling on the director of DSS that they should please let us know what really happened that is men taking over the House of Assembly.
We have 26 members seated here today that they have found their way by storm to come into this house. Madam Speaker, I want to move a motion as part of what Honorable Kenny has said, that whatever happened today should be reported in history and answered.
I want to join my colleagues in calling on the DSS to address the invasion of this parliament.
It is on this note I want to ask that members, please, if you can affirm your vote of confidence in Madam Speaker, kindly raise up your hands, please. Can you please stand?
The Department of State Services says its officers stormed the Lagos State House of Assembly on the invitation of the acting clerk of the House.
Well, that was what transpired on the floor of the Lagos State House of Assembly yesterday, but it was a huge tussle, as you saw in that report, for members to be able to access the Lagos State House of Assembly. This was following the fact that DSS officials were said to have taken over. They said they were invited there. But then the Lagos State House of Assembly also retorted, saying it did not invite the DSS to shut the Speaker's office, shut the Deputy Speaker's office, and prevent them from getting access into their very own chambers. So precisely what exactly is going on? Well, maybe to help us make some sense of it is Mr. Babatunde Bank Anthony, who is the chieftain of the All Progressives Congress. You're welcome to Sunrise Early this morning.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. Good morning.
What exactly is going on? I mean, because initially when Mr. Obasa was removed as Speaker, and after serving for so long, we understand his members were unhappy and there were some internal politics, and the GAC, that's the the highest advisory body within the party in Lagos State, you know, gave the word and gave the nod, he was taken out by his own colleagues. There was a, will I say, a proper removal process, as the case might be, even though he's contesting that now to say that, look, he was taken out during a recess, and that ought not to be. But we saw members of the House of Assembly convene and impeach him and put in a new speaker. Now we're beginning to see this uncertainty around her leadership, around her speakership. What exactly is going on?
Well, Mark, thank you for having me again. You have really addressed the fundamentals. The DSS were invited by the clerk. He confirmed that. So was the police as well. But getting there, the DSS had another motive entirely. They've been invited before. They are normally invited to the house for security of the house. Even the clerk that invited them, his office was shut down. Majority office leader was shut down. The speaker was shut down. And they took over the Hollow Chamber as well. You understand? And for a long while, the speaker was outside in the garden, in the house. So the attempt to now gain access became a problem. You understand me? And don't forget that this former speaker, Obasa, right, when he was traveling, he was to reconvene on the 18th of February, which is today. And the letter sent to DSS by the clerk, Sanwo-Olu, was dated for today, not yesterday, not the day before yesterday. But we learned from reliable sources that the DSS has been there midnight of the 17th.
That's midnight of Sunday?
Of Sunday. You understand me? And you don't bring arms into the Hollow Chamber. And even there are DSS attached to the speaker, right? They don't come into the chambers with any arm. So definitely a lot was amiss in that corridor. And we should not allow things like this to go unattended to by the highest. But, you know, I mean, people are looking at there's a masquerade somewhere. But I want to remind you of what led Daura to left office. Remember that time, DSS, same DSS, they went to the National Assembly, right, to harass the members. And it was like then, Buhari was not around at the moment. They thought it was from the presidency. At the end of the day, it wasn't from the presidency. Some people influenced that DSS operation. And promptly, Professor Shibajo, who was the VP, put an end to Daura's.
Was acting president.
That is it. So we need something to be done quickly against this kind of motive, this kind of action. You understand? Because
what exactly was the action trying to achieve? That's what I still find unclear. What exactly is the issue?
Funny enough, you know, even yesterday there was a rally by Obasa in Agege. You understand? I mean, Agege is very close to Ikeja. There are so many speculations behind the rally and behind the invasion as well, because the house was invaded. And it's like, you know, this lady, right? This lady, we should be grateful, we should be thankful now that after such a very long time, we are having a female speaker in Lagos State, right? That we should embrace her, and she's towing the path of the house, of the citizens, and of our colleagues in every way. But
are there people who are unhappy with her emergence as speaker? I mean, apart from, Mr. Obasa, who clearly he will not be happy that he was taken away. But are there people within the party? Because from what we understand, it seemed like there was a general consensus within the APC, you know, maybe apart from the followers or the supporters of Mr. Obasa, that, it was time for him to go. And because if you look at the fact that all 36 members are backing her, they're supporting her, that support, it doesn't seem to be, it's not just their own support, it's also the support of their own backers as well.
Right,
so precisely what exactly is the issue here? why does it seem that she cannot preside in peace?
No, she's presiding. But the point is that, you see, like you said, there are some people behind Obasa, right? And I could tell you that there's a divided house among the GAC, which is a surprise to me. You understand me? Because let us put things on the table, let us slice it, let us dice it, let us flip it. All the members of that house are all directly, indirectly loyal to the president, who Lagos is his main hub. So if any leader, right, one has come out and he spoke about a few weeks ago that, oh, maybe he's not justified to the way it was removed, but it was removed in a very justified manner. So if any of those leaders feel, right, that the wrong thing was done, and to an extent, I believe and I remember very well, they met with these members of the House. And the members told them clearly, we're happy with our new speaker. And you can see what happened yesterday as well. They stood up, a vote of confidence, all of them stood up and said, Madam Speaker, carry on. And she was very emotional about the whole thing. She was in tears. So I really don't understand that. I mean, some people behind are trying so hard to change the narrative of the state. And it's not going to happen. Because some of us, we've always been there for democracy, we fought for it, we stood for it, we died for it, we cried for it. So it's not something we are going to sit back and let some people who, for this reason, I will say clearly from him, Obasa said so many times that he's not running for governor. If you're not running for governor, then remember the House of Assembly. Carry on with your job.
So what is this news? I mean, because some people are saying, oh, it's possible that it's because the president was not aware. The GAC came to Abuja. They tried to see I mean, because as you said, there is no way we can divorce the president's relationship. Lagos is his home base.
That's right.
He's been there he's been godfather of Lagos politics for many years. So clearly, some people will say there is no way you can divorce the president's knowledge or lack of knowledge from what exactly is going on. We understand the GSC came to Abuja to, brief him on what was going on. They were unable to see him. It's unclear whether it was intentional or maybe it was unintentional, perhaps as a result of a lack of time. It's unclear. But from what we can see, are you able to deduce whether the president is happy with developments in the Lagos State House of Assembly?
You see, I will say one thing for a fact that I know. The day the GAC came, that was the same day the president was traveling to France. You understand me? The GAC came on an impromptu visit, and the president had his own schedule already to leave the country. So people could interpret that to be anything. But what I want to assure you is that the GAC has done their bit, right? And originally, right, the GAC is Governor Advisory Council. What they are doing here is now an extra job to make sure there's peace in the state. And the leader of the GAC is our revered leader and elder statesman in Lagos, that is Sanwo-Olu. You understand me? And his position is clear, right, on this issue, right? They've done the right thing, they've spoken to the boys, and now they have shown the world again. That yesterday was their second preliminary, that they're happy with the speaker. But the people who are benefiting from Obasa financially, right, are the people funding this kind of disaccord in the state. And the president, you see, I want to believe the president is too busy. If the boys or the ladies in the assembly took a decision on one of their peers whom they elected to be their leader, because there's nothing in the law that says the House has to do anything to replace the speaker. It's very clear. Although a few years ago, this same speaker smuggled in a standing order in the House rule that he believes he's the governor. That is his problem, that he should be notified if he wants to be removed as speaker. It's not in the Constitution. That does not apply. But that was what was smuggled into the standing rule, which before the replacement on that day was stepped aside by the House. You understand? So, I mean, for me, those people, Honorable Ali also said something. It was a whip in the 92 National Assembly, an SDP member, chairman of Afenifere Nira, that Obasa, you are too small to cause disaccord in Lagos State. You are not. You don't have what it takes. And those people encouraging you, if you come back as speaker today, who do you want to probably tell your speaker to? I mean, they have tried so many things. It's really overeating the polity that maybe by now, maybe we should call on Mr. President to probably call him to order. Because a lot is going on in the media that, oh, they're calling the speaker, she's parading herself as speaker. Very insulting. You understand me? We are not only insulting her, we are insulting the majority of Lagosians who voted for these people in the House of Assembly. So we need to look at this in a more serious manner. And I expect Nigerians to come to her. I expect the House of the National Assembly, both the Speaker and the Senate President, to address this invasion. It's a serious, serious matter that we should ignore it, right? It could happen anywhere. And to all speakers in the state as well, right? They need to show a sense of solidarity around this woman. Because what she's going through, right? Not by its own members, not by Lagosians, by some men hooded with guns. Anything could have happened to her yesterday. I wonder her state of health now. Because she was traumatic, she was crying. It was live on camera. So, I mean, I think this is high time we start looking at serious issues in this country. And the DSS guy, the director of DSS in Lagos, should be called by NSA to question him, or by whoever is responsible, whoever he reports to, because that is totally out of order. Totally out of order.
Let me quickly take this to Ayo now, because
okay.
I know he's right there in Lagos.
Okay.
And he certainly will have a question for you. Ayo.
Well, thank you, Mawkwe. Well, Mr. Bankanthony, there are those who would point to the fact that Lagos has enjoyed political stability, so to speak, for a very, very long time, and that this is the first time it is getting this level of political unrest or dissonance. What would you say to that? Or is it that some of these rumblings have been happening on the ground and this is just a boil over?
Well, Ayo, good morning, and thanks for your question. You see, stability in Lagos, like you said the last time, it's a family affair. But beyond that, you see, when you now see one of those people, one of those beneficiaries of that stability, trying so hard to bring the roof down for his own personal ambition, personal progression, right? I mean, one has to look at that and take it very seriously. This cannot happen. This will not happen for your selfish reason. And this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. It's not about Lagos not being united. Lagos is united politically. And now, we know, everybody knows, that in Lagos, the word of one man, who's now the president of Nigeria, goes. That is the truth. So let's kid ourselves about it. And the men and women in the assembly have spoken. There's no, the stability is there. Stability is there, I can assure you. But what we are seeing now is one man Rambo trying so hard to prove a point. And that point will stay with him. It will be history with him. It's not going to happen. The Gaussians will not let that happen. Right? There are other 39 members in that chamber who could be speaker. Right? He should forget it. He should forget it. It's not going to happen. But this will be.
Yeah. One of the allegations that we also hear is that perhaps because for one reason or the other, maybe this has subsisted until now because the president hasn't spoken. I remember, on the one hand, this is not the first time the Lagos Assembly is impeaching a speaker. On the other hand, there was a time that the president, who was then, just as he would say, an ordinary citizen in Lagos, they all stood against a particular governor in office at a point, and it was obvious who was on whose side the president was in each of these two cases. But this time, the president not speaking. There are those who are saying maybe the president actually, as a person and as political influencer in Lagos, has an interest in one of the parties and not the other, consequently the issues that are being raised now. How would you respond?
Well, I mean, you just responded, you are making it easy for me, Makinde, that, you know, the president has not responded because it told you now, 26 years of democracy in Lagos, in Nigeria, right? Do you want to keep sucking your mother's breast at this age? Now. I mean, let us leave this man alone. He has a bigger headache. They have taken a position, they have resolved. So all this drama, it's just a drama, to be sincere. They've taken a position, they've taken a decision. He has been parading himself, telling lies. When Pedumi was removed, he was there. He wasn't there. When Tejoshi was removed, she was in America, she wasn't there. She's making references to what does not exist. That is the truth. So it's high time now. It's a clear time now that if you go and sit down, if he could not come to the house, right, as a member, let him resign after 20 years in the assembly. Let him give somebody a chance from Agege to come and represent Agege people. That is the truth. We are going to talk about the issue of Lagos West, Lagos Central, Lagos East. Is not balanced. What's not balanced? Is Mojisola Miranda from Lagos Island with the governor, right? Is Papa and Lagos Island, are they the same thing? You understand me? All these things they be
a difference. You said that the president is very busy, and rightly so. You know, but there are those who would wonder, maybe just a statement or just a hoof, whatever it is, from the governor, from the president, beg your pardon, maybe that would put paid to all of this. Just everyone sheath your sword, maybe that will put paid to all of this unrest. Do you think it is necessary?
Well, you see, the way it's going, right, with the now DSS getting involved in it. You see, there are hierarchies in government. You understand me? Don't let us say we are going to go to the president. You understand me? No. The point is that if at the end of the day, by the time he speaks, oh, this man is taking sides. But already the position is clear. The House has taken a decision among one of their own members. They've elected somebody else to be speaker among them. And they reaffirmed it twice, in public, in sitting. So whatever they are trying to do is trying to intimidate. And people are quiet, watching, peacefully, doing the right thing. What will they throw after what has happened yesterday? Will they try to invade or bomb the House of Assembly or take the roof out of the Assembly? And I said the governor as well to say something to this. He's the #1 man in Lagos State. You cannot ignore what has happened yesterday. You cannot ignore it. Because that is the parliament that he reports to. That is the parliament that makes the law for the state is governing. So, Mr.
So silence is not golden.
It's not golden enough for him. I'm serious. We should not take this thing lightly. The governor should speak up about this issue to the right quarters. To the right quarters. That's very, very important.
Not addressing Lagosians?
He has to. Because, you see, the speaker cannot equate himself to governor of Lagos State. It's not possible.
Yeah, but from what we understand, and this is a quick wrap-up question now, from what we understand, the battle is because Speaker Miranda and the governor are from the same zone in Lagos, and that's what's causing a bit of a ruckus.
I just said it now, that governor is from Lagos Island, Miranda is from Apapa, and really, if you're talking about that, is Obasa really from Lagos State? Let's talk about it. Let's go there. Let us go there. Is he really a Lagosian? Is a Lagosian? Is he an indigene of Lagos State? And the very speaker from Lagos West? Lagos West is very indigenous area. They are Ojo, they are Badagry, everybody are in Lagos West. And they've chosen you up and above the region of Lagos State. And you are telling us now, oh, you are parading yourself in borrowed robes. Let us be clear about that. If he's talking Lagos West has a lot of indigenous in Lagos West. Is he Ojo? Is he Badagry you are talking about?
The House has now finally adjourned Sinodine.
That's right.
How do you think that this is going to end up playing out?
Well, we know who the speaker is. We know who the principal officers are. And we know who the clerk is. You understand me? If anything is going to happen, the speaker of the House today will recall our members back to the House. And the House functions will continue. That is the position I see. Nobody will call back the House except the speaker. That is it.
All right, so we have to thank you very much for your intervention on this particular issue. I believe that this is a developing story. No one knew it was going to go on for this long, but this is the situation we have in Lagos State. The House of Assembly has been adjourned Sinodine. It's unclear when they're going to reconvene, but clearly all is not well with the politics within the APC and apparatus, by extension, apparatus of government. We have to thank you so much, Mr. Anthony, for coming on the program this morning. We'll certainly keep our viewers updated with developments around Lagos politics.